Rivers and streams are located almost everywhere in the world. Many start from headwaters. These headwaters could be springs, lakes, or even snowmelts. Like all other biomes, rivers, streams have abiotic factors that make its living conditions different from all the rest. One of these is its average temperature. But rivers and streams have no real average temperature since it's always changing. It all depends on the season, time of day, length of the river, local climate, its altitude, and the amount of vegetation growing on the side of it. There are exceptions to this, like rivers having chalk at the source will cause it to have a constant temperature. Another abiotic factor is rainfall. Since rivers can be found all over the world, from deserts to rainforests, the rainfall all depends on the location. For example, plains and other places that rain a lot have many rivers, while deserts with little rainfall have few rivers. Finally, there are season changes in rivers and streams. Rivers and streams are very affected by seasonal change. Some rivers don't even flow in summer because they depend on snowmelts for water.
Many animals and plants live in rivers and streams. For example, moss, algae, and lilies. Some of the herbivorous animals are turtles, beavers, and ducks. The secondary consumers in the area are snakes, freshwater eels, and nekton. The tertiary consumers are bears, crocodiles, and birds. An adaptation of moss plants living in rivers and streams is sticking to the abiotic factors of the biome. This is so they can photosynthesize in one place and not float away downstream into the river. A beaver has large, chisel-shaped teeth. This is used to gnaw past the tree bark and reach the deeper, softer wood that they actually eat. Freshwater eels have an adaptation to live in both fresh and saltwater ecosystems. They start and spend half of their lives in rivers and streams. After that, they migrate into the ocean to breed for the second half of their lives. The word for this adaptation is catadromus. This helps to breed, keeping the species alive. Finally, an adaptation of snakes is its form itself. Without any arms, legs, ears, or anything else, snakes don't cause any random sounds or disturbances by slithering through the grass or water. It can also crawl through little holes in the ground created by rodents and eat them. This is an example of an energy pyramid. It starts here at 1,000 calorie moss, which goes to the 100,000 calorie ducks, to 10,000 calorie snakes, which ends at 1,000 calorie hawks. Energy is lost at each level of the energy pyramid because not all organisms at the lower level will be eaten by the upper. The animals that do eat some, however, can't digest the full animal, leaving some of the energy behind, and some of the lower levels energy is released into the atmosphere as heat after the upper eats it.
Global warming is causing rivers to flood more frequently and drying them up. Depending on where the rivers are, their ecological concerns differ. For example, snakeheads are a very invasive species of tertiary consumers which have been frequently seen in rivers all across Eastern America because of humans. These aggressive species of fish threaten the biodiversity of the rivers. They aren't just very aggressive, but multiply very quickly. This means rivers may be overpopulated with snakeheads and there are no natural predators that can control their population. Not only that, snakeheads can travel short distances across land and go for days without being in water. This lesson is spread across to other lakes and rivers. Snakeheads also eat just about any fish, so many populations of native fish in the rivers are threatened to be wiped out by snakeheads if they get out of hand. The food chain in rivers will then be mostly snakeheads in both tertiary and secondary levels, while the primary level will shrink in size as the population of snakeheads continue to multiply.